What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Alright, so we got like 4 or 5 total left with this track.
Okay.
This is called Nobody Cares. This is featuring Mega Buck $.
Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's Mega Bucks.
Right.
I'm just being
That would make sense. Just literal. Very literal.
Right.
Yeah.
All
right.
I'm excited for this because obviously, I mean, this album, again, has been solid all the way up.
Definitely.
This is featuring somebody I've yet to hear.
New artist for us. Yep.
So I'm here for it.
All right, let's jump into it.
And the song's called Nobody Cares.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me.
I guess I'll go eat worms.
The worms crawling. The worms crawl out. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So...
With that being said, we're going to react to this. If you guys have already seen it, do not click the link in the description below. Hopping over to all things. Coming back, we say that because we're a commentary, reaction, breakdown comedy channel. What that means is we will pause for any and all of the above. And with that being said, if you didn't catch any of that, rewind it, 0.25 speed, come back. We're going to pause it for...
Anything.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything.
All right.
This time to slash and break it down. This is Tragman featuring Mega Bucks with Nobody Cares.
I like that.
Already my favorite beat on the album.
I really
just
like
because
that.
of how
old school
different it is. It sounds almost sci-fi-ish.
Well, it sounds like the old Tron to me.
That'd be sci-fi.
Yeah, and kind of video game and fantasy.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, it just has that kind of beat to me, or beeping. Yeah.
Right.
I need you to stop, look, and listen. Open your ears, my dog, pay attention. Forget your opinions, just listen to my written. See the vivid picture that I'm spitting. With my speech capiche, cause while we fighting our brothers over colors and streets.
Yo.
This is already my favorite of his.
So
hands down.
And then on top of it, so the beat comes and it almost has that, like you were saying, the Tron techno sci-fi vibe kind of going on with all the beeping that was going around. And then it almost has this, like, cool sound effect that kind of overlays it to kind of muffle it a little bit.
Right.
And then the drums kick in, and the drums are very jazzy.
Right. But he starts before any of the beats start. So it's almost like he goes a cappella with the layered beeping. It's very nice. But I also like the... So now we have another... I'm going to need you to stop. Look and listen. We have something else that now when people say stop, we'll be like... But he needs you to hold your opinion and just listen to what he's actually saying, which is a huge problem. Huge problem. People...
In our country. Yeah, just in general.
Just in general, people will hear something within the first, I don't know, couple of lines of anything. A
and
song,
then they'll pause it
whatever.
to talk about it.
I feel really called out right now. But what I was going to say is, like, they interpret it their own way, and instead of continuing with an open mind, listening to the rest of what the person has to say, they've already formulated their own opinion and fly off the handle, or don't actually listen to the message, or screw it up for their own purposes, and, you know.
Right. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm spitting with my speech capiche, cause while we fighting our brothers over colors and streets, police is playing for keeps, finger itching the murderers in the streets, or lock us up in the penitentiary for over a century. Slavery still exists in that industry, cause jail is $1 billion industry. They're laughing at us getting stacked, working you to death for peanuts, but you ain't seeing none of that. Time to uplift our brothers and build with one another, cause together we're strong.
We've actually talked about this before.
The prison industry and so on. A lot, actually.
I believe the conversation was held in one of our reactions to...
Well, we've done several. Specifically, we've had a couple in this
I want to say album. It was one of Shoe Gang's songs.
We've talked about it in Shoe Gang. We've talked about it in Fire from the Gods, because they had the whole... They have an entire song built on its revolution. It's the one that says the prison industry.
I was actually not even talking about the prison industry.
Oh.
I mean, that's a part of it.
Right.
The way society has been built around, and this is just me being honest, keeping black people in poverty.
Right.
They're fighting each other.
Right.
While police are arresting them.
Police are making out.
Sending them to the prison systems where they're forced to do prison labor.
Menial labor, yeah. Again, it's the
bullshit.
way our whole society is set up. He is correct. Slavery still exists. However, think about just like roots of the problem with how we've set up the African Americans and also other minorities in our societies to be impoverished their whole lives and fighting over territory and supplies within their regulated areas. But also education, because a lot of the stuff that the prison industry is based on is stuff that kids would have learned in shop class. But we did away with that kind of stuff, and we aren't getting enough laborers into what would be factory workers anymore.
Right.
Like, we're outsourcing to China and whatnot, or to our prisons. So society, we've just set it up for failure, honestly, for a few people to make billions. And it's not, honestly, at least in this example, the cops' fault. It is the way that it was set up. It's the way that they're trained, and it's basically kind of like dictated by those people that are making the billions off of the people that are being arrested. Again, it's all sort of a pyramid scheme, is what it is. I'm not giving the cops leeway. I'm not condoning what they do, because they should have figured it out and been... I mean, they're detectives, for Christ's sake. So they should be somewhat aware of it, but I'm just saying that it is sort of... the decisions are made over their head because it benefits the rich. So,
right.
Yeah.
Time to uplift our brothers and build with one another, cause together we're stronger, divided we gone. Feeling depleted and defeated, cause I've been down for so long. Feel like a car with 2 flat tires, hard to roll on. Feeling like a nomad, nowhere to call home. Everybody with you when you're up, but when you're down, nobody's there to call on. Cause why? Down on my knees. You know that. Help me please. Yeah.
I wanna make
it.
Don't wanna die.
No.
On empty streets.
Nobody cares.
Woo!
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But I need you to care.
Nobody cares.
Oh, I need you to care.
Nobody cares. If I make it somewhere, just disappear.
Nobody's telling the truth, they rather tell lies. All wanna be stars without the compromise. I done been through it all and lost so much. Try to unite the city, just felt I lost touch. It's gonna be 8.5 since my son been gone. And he done caught another charge, he might not make it home.
Yo. 100%. Outside of the 2 Shoe Gang features, this is my favorite feature on the album. And you gotta understand this. I absolutely love Ghost.
Right.
Love Kyle Killett.
Everybody else is a yeah boy D.
Ya boy D!
Right.
But of the features I've heard so far in the album, Megabucks, I feel, has the most natural feel on a beat.
For the beat that was chosen.
For the beat that was chosen.
Yeah. I also love the content of this.
Right.
Like, somehow he has picked every wickedly talented singer for the hooks. that just have that 90s R&B vibe.
In today's day and
100%.
age, there's actually a very good chance, and I'm not saying this is what happened, but there's a very good chance they got the beat like that.
Right, but he found them,
Right.
like all the beats with the best R&B sounding vocals
Right.
possible. So again, it just makes these tracks so complete that, you know, because they're already nostalgic in terms of his beat choice, his flow, his sound, whatnot. But then he found like authentic R&B sounding singers.
Well, and I feel like there's even more that goes into that, right? So, one of the conversations, for those of you that don't know who Postcard is, Postcard's one of the homies. He's a hip-hop artist.
Right.
Goes by Postcard PFV, or just Postcard. But he was live tonight.
Right.
And he reviews people's music, gives them pointers, and things like that. And
He also produces his own stuff.
he produces, mixes,
Right.
all that fun stuff. But he was talking about, because there were several people who you go out and you lease beats, right?
Right.
And it's like you hear this amazing chorus that's a part of the beat, comes with the beat,
Right.
and then the rapper comes in and honestly almost destroys the song
Destroys
in
it.
terms of
I've heard that.
cohesiveness, sound, like
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah.
whether it's the mix is terrible or the person just is new, so they're not very good at rapping,
Right. Right.
or anything like that. And that is actually something 100% I have not had an issue with at all, has not come up. He's done a very
no.
good job of finding beats that even if it does have vocals attached to it for like a chorus,
It sounds naturally
still
like
sounds-
he found a person
Right.
that created it for him with his lyrics. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And
100%. That's, I mean, it's hard to do.
right.
I'm not sure, again, neither of us are positive that that's the way it was created, but since we haven't had, like, him saying featuring so-and-so for the hook, other than China, I believe her name
China
was.
Yeah.
But it has sounded so natural and really played off incredibly well. But I love just that it just brings more nostalgia, but also value to the track.
Right.
But again, lyric-wise, I'm really enjoying this one. The
Yeah, and
message
lyrically,
is
just
so
from both of
important.
them, this is probably my new favorite song on this album.
Like,
It's
just as humanity in general, we need to stop tearing each other down.
right.
But definitely within our communities. So, yeah.
8.5 since my son been gone. And he done caught another charge, he might not make it home. Feel like the world is on my shoulder, can't let it weigh me down. No one puts on for the city, yet they claim the crown. Try to show them my vision, it wasn't feeling me. I lost my mama to cancer and it's been killing me. I never sell up my city, that's just the real in me. 19 months in the prison, convicted illegally. Lived through so much pain, I can't shed tears. Who am I to talk to when nobody don't care? Wish I was there to better have, but life isn't fair. I just keep praying to God, someone lend me the air.
Down on my knees, praying for something. Please help me breathe. 'Cause I wanna make it. I don't wanna die alone in the street.
Are we getting another verse?
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Nobody cares.
I need to care.
Nobody cares.
Oh, I need you to care.
Nobody cares. If I make it somewhere, just disappear.
Nobody cares. No, no, no.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I need you to care.
If I make it somewhere,
Yeah.
just disappear.
I don't want to despair. No. Please care, yeah. Please care.
That was so good.
That was so well executed. so well. And I'm really sorry about your mom. My mom is going on 12 years now with cancer. And she's a fucking warrior. Still has it. Takes daily meds. It's a blood type of cancer, guys. It's not like breast cancer, lung cancer. It's but my condolences for sure. I think everybody feels like this sometimes too. Like absolutely nobody gives a shit what your dreams were, or what's going on with you at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I definitely feel like most people, I won't say everyone, I will say most people at least go through a moment in life where it does feel like nobody cares.
Fleeting maybe, but like I feel like they go through it.
But like it's got to be hard. Like, prime example, living in like a city like Chicago right now.
Right.
Where every weekend it feels like they're breaking violent crime records.
Yeah.
And being
Some
like, I can't even
vicious.
walk out the fucking house without worrying about if something stupid's gonna fucking happen
Right.
because the community won't get their shit together.
Right. The whole community.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I mean, obviously he was talking about a lot more trauma than just having a dramatic woe is me moment.
Right.
And I was meaning something a bit more a bit more deep than a dramatic moment. But yeah, I feel like at least this track is relatable in terms of that thought process. But it has such a deeper message if you do stop and listen, like Tragman says. And again, I just I don't have much hope for humanity. Like, I wish the best and I want the best. We haven't set a very good example for, anything I should be hoping for at this point. So, fantastic track though, guys. Fantastic. And I would love to hear more from Megabucks at this point.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. All right. So with that being said, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Tragman featuring Megabucks with Nobody Cares? Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching, and we cannot wait to see you depraved people later.